Hello, Western Civilization 105 class. Welcome to week 12. And so now we are in World War II. And as you're seeing, we're covering a lot of important information in a very short amount of time. So there are definitely some deficiencies with this limitation of time when when it's a survey course that we're having, right? So we're dealing with the topic of Western civilization, and obviously World War I and World War II are huge, historical events in terms of the world, and specifically coming from the Western world. And it covered the Russian Revolution, also very huge. That was a result of World War I in many ways. So I realize that you're probably wondering why I've selected some of the material that I've picked and then not brought up other material. So just know, I think that what I decided to do is that most of you should have some sort of background on World War II. What I decided to do is highlight certain things that are not normally covered that much, like the Vichy government of France. For many of you, I doubt, at least in the United States, are you aware of the French government that collaborated with the Nazis and just what that was about and how to understand what the Vichy government was, what Vichy France was. So I thought that that's really important to put in there. I also highlight the experience of the Roma people in the Nazi Holocaust. And the reason why I did that is the professor that I have that covers that, he does a good job of really giving a lecture that really opens up this understanding about Roma people, also known often as gypsies, which now, for the most part, is seen as more pejorative. It's not really the right word that you're supposed to use. And he basically puts out this history that I think a lot are not aware of, that Roma people suffered quite extensively at the hands of the Nazis. And I think he mentions this here, but about the same proportion to their numbers, they lost almost the same amount of in terms of deaths in proportion to their population size. But it's just not talked about often. So I hope that you find that to be, I mean, it's not enjoyable information in terms of it's grim, but it's also something I think it's important to know and maybe you didn't get exposed to that much. And and then I also have this clip from New York in Times Square, the American Nazi Party get-together conference that happened before the U.S. got involved in World War II. You might find it jarring to see George Washington in a big picture behind the speaker and then with the Nazi paraphernalia. But yeah, I think that it's important history to know about that as well. So, and then later we're going to be covering more of the Cold War, and again in very brief increments. So if you have interest in any of these topics, if you feel like you wish you would hear more about about anything that was covered, or you want clarity, please feel free to contact me. I want to encourage still making use of the Zoom meetings. I got to apologize. I also have that classic Central Valley allergy issue. Whew. Gotta love it. Enjoying the fall, huh? So, yeah. So, if you need anything, let's be in contact. You know, I have Zoom office hours. I want to take advantage of those if you'd like. And have a great rest of your week. We'll be in touch.